I've been a ride-or-die PlayStation fan since I was a young lad. From Ratchet & Clank to The Last of Us, games on the PlayStation have always kept me busy and invested in their console ecosystem. As I grew, so did my existential dread. But, even more than that, my love for video games grew too, which influenced me to learn more about companies and the people that keep the industry going. It wasn't until recently I began to wish I had an Xbox, but furthermore, I'm more excited for Xbox's future than anyone else in the console space. There's a couple of things that come into factor with my recent and somewhat sudden intrigue in the land of Xbox. Friends, gamer-focused moves, and my ever-growing FOMO. In my opinion, Xbox has nothing on PlayStation when it comes to exclusive games, and that's why PlayStation has been in the lead for so long. Gamers want games, and admittedly, Xbox exclusives are lacking, but the services they offer excite me for their future. As I said before, there's a few things that are pushing me closer to the edge of the diving board. Company moves that keep the gamer in mind, my friends, and my FOMO. I'll try to break each one down, starting with the latter, my FOMO. As I said before, I've been a PlayStation fan all my life, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have never owned an Xbox. Little Roro and his pop went to the local EB Games and traded in my old PS2 for a shiny new Xbox 360. I was already late to the party though. I was very content with my GameCube and PS2 until my friends ditched theirs. As you can see, my FOMO started early. I lived in a strict household when it came to gaming, especially in my younger years. I wasn't allowed to play for more than 2 hours on a school night, and games rated M were forbidden. Maybe you see where this is going. Listener, I've got something to admit. I have never completed a Halo game.
That's so very, very sad.
Now, if you haven't already clicked off the video, thank you. I like to say that of course I've played Halo. Sleepovers were filled with late night multiplayer matches with friends, and I've dabbled in a co-op campaign before, never from front to back. By the time my parents decided to loosen the reins, I had already made my switch back to PlayStation. So here I am, 21 years old, and I haven't beat a Halo campaign. Sad. Halo isn't the only game that I wanted to check off my list though. There's also the Gears of War franchise and Sunset Overdrive, just to name it two. Both already available on Game Pass. Let me tell you, Game Pass is... Wait, let me save it for the next point. Game Pass is pretty amazing, especially for players like me. There's a lot of exclusives that I've missed, along with some third-party games. Game Pass has a great selection of Xbox 360 games as well. The sole fact that many high-caliber games are beginning to release day and date on the subscription is truly amazing. I love PlayStation to adopt this type of service. Revamp PlayStation now because it really does need it. Another thing that I love is the embracement of crossplay and their venture to play anywhere. The blossoming romance between Nintendo and Xbox is something that I am absolutely living for. I hope it means more exclusives like Cuphead make their way onto the Switch. Who knows? If they really mean it with the Play Anywhere thing, we could even see Game Pass make its way over. PlayStation refuses to play nice with other consoles regarding cosplay. I understand that it won't hurt them in a major way, but it's frustrating regardless. And options. Both PlayStation and Xbox offer a more expensive, powerful version of their base console for those who want to invest in something a bit more beefier. More recently, Xbox has added one more player to the mix, the Xbox S All Digital Edition.
I guess it wasn't totally impossible.
Or what many are calling it, Xbox Sad. A lot of people were disappointed with the price point, including myself, but even more people were asking, what's the point? Hardcore gamers love seeing their games on the shelf, proof that they own them, and I totally get that. I love seeing my collection on display so everyone knows, yeah, I own Senran Kagura Estival Versus, what about it? Don't search that up, by the way. The numbers don't lie though, and the market is shifting. Digital sales in games are on the rise. The pre-order incentives, preloads, and just the sheer convenience of it all. Is it really so hard to believe? So what's the point? Customers like me, gamers that are interested in finally jumping into the Xbox ecosystem or visiting it after a long vacation. Though I wish it were more cheaper, this console is exactly what I need to push me over that edge. There's one more thing though that isn't exactly pushing me closer to the edge, but instead gently persuading me to jump right off it. Peer pressure.
I just wanna break your heart right back.
The Kinda Funny community has been a big part of my life for the past 4 years. It wasn't until recently, this year, that I decided to try and become a more active part of it. I started reaching out, talking to other best friends, and even started my own YouTube channel, as you can see, and a podcast. While becoming more active, I was introduced to a podcast duo called Media Interactive.
What's up, my people? Yo!
Unlike a majority of the Kinda Funny community, these two, Andrew and Caleb, are big Xbox boys. I started to become a familiar name in their live streams, along with another, Danis TM. Danis TM, or Daniel, is a huge Xbox fan like the others. We started chatting, and quickly we had a little community within the community. They all eventually found out that I didn't have an Xbox, and were all devastated, rightfully so, when I admitted I hadn't finished Halo. Their passion for Xbox and memories of their favorite games, my interest in Xbox's strategies, and my aforementioned FOMO had all now combined to make me want to join the dark side. So this PlayStation fan has become an Xbox believer. So many great moves I see that excite me for Xbox's future. And that Xbox Snap feature, I mean, you can watch a Destiny Twitch stream and play Destiny at the same time, and you don't need a phone. You could watch it on the same. I mean, come on, Sony, you gotta have something like that soon, please. Not to mention, PlayStation just got the name changes up and running. Thank goodness. PlayStation's got games, great games, a lot of great games, and that's important. I love them. At the end of the day, though, it's who I get to play those games with that really matters most to me. You can bet your ass, though, I'll be back on Sony's bandwagon as soon as The Last of Us Part 2 arrives.